Hi, I'm Tim Tuller. I'm going to say just a couple words about the music for this Sunday, May 26th. This is another important Sunday in the church here, Trinity Sunday. And so you'll notice that the readings and the hymns and the music have a very Trinitarian feel to them all the way through the service. It's one of my favorite Sundays of the church year. We'll be singing hymns like Holy, 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 which is one of my very, very favorites. And our offertory anthem this week will actually be by a contemporary American composer named Arlen Clark. He was born in 1954, and he's still very active. And he's been the director of music at several churches across the country. He was composer in residence at the cathedral in Kansas City, the Episcopal Cathedral in Kansas City for a time. And he's currently in Greenville, South Carolina, directing the music at St. Mary's Catholic Church. He wrote a series of musical settings on poems by George Herbert. And this week's offertory anthem comes from that collection. It's an a cappella piece, meaning it's sung without any organ accompaniment. And it's a setting of a poem by George Herbert that was actually entitled Trinity Sunday. And so it's a direct reference to Trinity Sunday. And the piece is very poignant and subtle. It's not a splashy piece, but Arlen takes and subtly manipulates a pretty straightforward choral texture to really bring out the nuance and meaning of the text. It's a very beautiful piece, one of the most impressive contemporary choral pieces I've run across in quite a while. Our postlude this Sunday is simply entitled Fugue in C minor by the 19th century German composer Heinrich Wilhelm Stolze. He's not a very well-known figure. He lived from 1801 to 1868. And he was heavily influenced by the music of J.S. Bach, so much so that he wrote a collection entitled The Well-Tempered Organ. And this is obviously an homage to Bach's monumental Well-Tempered Clavier. And it's very similar. It contains 48 preludes and fugues in all of the major and minor keys. But unlike Bach's work, which was entitled The Well-Tempered Clavier, clavier meaning in that context basically any keyboard instrument, it was never clear whether Bach intended his pieces to be played on a harpsichord or a clavichord or possibly even an organ. And in his day, they probably would have been played on various instruments, but it wasn't really specified. However, the Stolze work was specified specifically for organ. And you can tell heavy influence of Bach, but he does use some updated 19th century harmonic innovations. I hope you enjoy the music this Sunday.